everyone, welcome back to the release. Just before we get started, we have a couple announcements, but two, thank you so much for the two extra subs that we got from last video. That means we're only 12 subs away from our goal of 100 by the end of 2021. All right, so that means the beginning of 2022, before January 1st, whatever you guys want to say. Our goal is 100, so help us get there. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn on the post notifications, do all that stuff, because that way you get to see us drop amazing content every single week. Because we're like the best podcast out right now. You know, like everyone says it. It's just a fact. Okay, but now let's get into it. So today we're going to be talking about the first week of NBA basketball that just happened, and also the top 75 list. There are some disappointments, but we won't get into that right now. So just a little refresher of the past week. One, the Chicago Sky won the WNBA title. Good for them. Candace Parker got a ring. Beautiful moment with the daughter. That was amazing. Kalia Cooper is the finals MVP with 17 points per game and 5.5 rebounds per game, which is insane for a WNBA player, might I add. Okay. Giannis has a jumper now. Ben Simmons is an idiot. Jaren Jackson Jr. has a 4-year, $105 million contract. This top 75 list is out. The Lakers are falling apart. Scotty Barnes is amazing. Jaylen Green is amazing. Zaire Wade got drafted to the G League. And Melo now has the 9th most points in NBA history. So that's a little summary. And now we're going to break things down for you. So we're going to start off with the most requested topic and one that I'm most excited about, the NBA top 75 list. So we're not going to tell you the whole top 75 list. However, I will put it on the screen for you guys to see. But there were a few snubs. The most that people are complaining about are Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Klay Thompson, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, Kyrie Irving, Pau Gasol, and Dwight Howard.
Okay. All right. Let me get this out of the way, man. The most egregious snub has to be Dwight Howard.
Yeah, I mean, agreed. You argued that he should be top 50, and now he's not even top 75. I agree that he was top 75.
And my problem is that here's my thing. Here's my question. What has Dame done? Right. I'm not saying Dame should be on the list, by the way. Right. Dame and Dwight. Right. What have they done that is so immaculate that they can make the list, but Dwight can't? That's what I want to know, because Dwight has a better peak.
It's true.
Dwight has had a better peak than not only than those two guys, he's had a better peak than a lot of those guys who made the list. And if you're looking at his accomplishments, 8-time All-Star, again, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, 5-time All-NBA. Yeah. As I said, I think in the video before, which you guys should check out, why Dwight's the top basketball player of all time. He had one of the best playoff runs of all time.
Just not even controversial.
It's not.
Look it up.
NBA did rank the 50 best playoff runs in NBA history, past the NBA merger. So the Dwight not making it, that is just ridiculous.
It's stupid.
I get you may not like him for what he does off the court or who he is as a person, but that has nothing to do with his basketball career. Like,
if that was literally like, come on. If that was the case, Karl Malone wouldn't even be in the top 100. Okay, like think about that.
Thank you. Come on, man. Like,
and he's a top 30 player of all time. That guy.
Y'all don't care about morality, man. You guys just don't like Dwight Howard. So just miss me with that. Miss me with.
Wilt wouldn't be in the top 100 either. This guy was the womanizer. Like,
hey man, like I don't know, man. Like, it's ridiculous that he's not on the list. There is no justification. There is no.
True.
His accolades will point that out. There's no reason why he should, like, that's ridiculous. Like, you're telling me that an 8-time All-Star, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, 4-time block champion is not a top 75 player?
Also, he brought his team to the finals by himself, like literally by himself.
Yeah, that's just dumb.
So if you were to sub someone out, then for Dwight. So list a few more players that you feel should be included, because I have mine up and I also have Dwight sub out.
There's Vince Carter, obviously. I think he should be on the list.
He should definitely.
Tracy McGrady.
Okay.
Kyrie Irving and Klay Thompson. Those are the 5. Now I have a list of like maybes, but I can get into that after. Now the people I would take out are Bill Sharman, Lenny Wilkins, Dave Bing, Sam Jones, and Earl Monroe. Those are the 5 players I would take off the list and put off, as I said, Klay, Kyrie, McGrady, T-Mac, and Dwight Howard.
You know what? That's valid. I have the exact same players that I take off as you, by the way.
Mhm.
I have like carbon copy. So, but the players that I put on was Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Dwight Howard, Vince Carter, and Klay Thompson. I have Kyrie, Tracy McGrady, and Pau Gasol as a maybe.
Okay, all right.
I have those guys as maybes.
All right. So I have a question, man. So, what do you think about Jokic, man? In case we're top 75.
It's tough. It's tough. I like it. I like him being tough. I don't think he made it though.
He didn't make it, bro.
Yeah, he didn't make it.
Do you think he should?
And the fact that people aren't complaining about it is kind of off a bit because I feel like people should complain that he didn't make it because, you know, he is arguably the best offensive center of all time. He is one of the best passing centers of all time. Like he can literally do it all. He's a bit lazy on defense, but that can always be improved. He's young. He's in mid-20s. He has room for improvement. Fresh off an MVP season. This guy, he's a monster, and he's proven that he's quite literally like better than some point guards at handling the ball and bringing the ball up the court and running plays and stuff like that. So I feel like he deserves it, but I don't know who I'd sub off because every guy that we've listed so far, I feel deserves it more than he does.
Yeah. The thing with Jokic, right? He hasn't accomplished that much, but what he's accomplished in such a short period of time is crazy.
Yeah.
And the thing is that with the NBA, you can't use the whole longevity reason. I'm gonna tell you why. So the first time when they made the list, guess who made it? Shaq. Shaq had only played 3 years when they made the first top 75 list, and that was a very controversial thing at the time. Now,
that just speaks to his greatness, though. By the way, that just speaks to his greatness.
Now, Jokic, to his point of his career than where Shaq is, he had accomplished more than Shaq at that point. Not saying he's better than Shaq. Not saying he's better than Shaq, but he has an MVP which Shaq didn't have, and he went pretty deep in the playoffs. I mean, so has Shaq. But like the fact that Jokic didn't make it, I can't put him there just simply because he hasn't accomplished more, and accomplishments matter.
Yeah.
But that was a maybe for me.
Yeah, it was a maybe for me as well.
Yeah. So you said Tony Parker should make the list.
Yeah, I really do. He's like top 10 in playoff scoring and assists and steals like that. You know, he's one of a great playoff performer. 2 rings with the Spurs.
He has 4. Just looking at it right now.
What am I on?
Yeah, he has 4.
I keep forgetting his draft year. He's an old guy, but still.
Yeah.
One of the greatest Spurs of all time. Same him and Manu Ginobili. Like big difference maker. I'd argue if he wasn't part of those 4 Spurs teams that they'd have he wouldn't have as many. Like if he wasn't a part of those 4 Spurs teams, they might not have won all 4 times because he's a massive aspect on that team.
Yeah, he's pretty key. Yeah, he's a maybe for me. He's a guy who could potentially make it. I was really fighting between him and Kyrie and Klay is who I think get that last spot. But yeah, that is definitely arguable. Another guy, Pau Gasol.
I saw that as well. What do you think about that?
Man, that's tough. That's tough. I mean,
he played a big role on that Lakers team.
Yeah, and his all-time numbers, when looking at it, I saw he's like the only guy. He's like one of a couple of guys to have like over 10,000 rebounds and 20,000 points.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he definitely has a case for it. I mean, the only thing for him is that his peak wasn't as high as other guys on the list.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't that dominant in his era compared to other guys in his era. Like Pau Gasol at his peak was probably like a top 10, 15 player at his peak. So
true.
I mean,
it's true.
That is tough to put in.
So is everybody else here except for Dwight Howard, because Dwight Howard was like a top 5 player at some point.
That's why Dwight is the biggest
snub. Yeah, no, easily.
Snub.
He's the biggest snub. Easily.
Because he's a guy who, if you look at his accomplishments, you look at what he's done, I don't see why he's on the list. Now, another guy who's been debated is I'm not sure you've seen this, but Alex English. You know who Alex English is?
I do know who Alex English is.
Yes,
I don't know about that.
He's another snub candidate. You know what? He's quite close. He's quite close because looking at what he has a scoring title. He has 8 All-Star appearances. I mean, averaged 21 points per game. In his peak, he was averaging close to 30. So that's a tough one, but I can't put him over Clay. I can't put him over Kyrie. Man, why do you have Kyrie as a maybe though?
I have Kyrie as a maybe because he's proven that he can't do much without other guys. Okay. And then in his later career, when he has the other guys, he's proven that he only it seems like he only wants to be by himself and that he's not the greatest for chemistry. And it's almost like there's nothing to his name besides a couple big shots that he made in the finals with LeBron, might I say. He's been in the finals with LeBron no other time. Mm-hmm. And you know that he's the best ball handler or best handler since AI. That's pretty much all he has for me. Don't get me wrong, he's an amazing point guard and he is truly a generational talent. But the fact that he can't really do much without other guys on his team is just, you know, like you look at guys like Dwight Howard, who is for sure a snub. He took his team to the finals.
The reason why I say Kyrie's one of those guys who should have made it for sure, not only is the skill set, which is crazy. He got 7 All-Star appearances. He has an All-Star MVP, championship, Rookie of the Year. He's one of the best.
He has the accolades. The accolades.
He's one of the best clutch players of all time. When it in big playoff games, what Kyrie could do.
All time.
I'm not top 10 or anything, but in terms of clutch, I'll rephrase that. In the league right now,
there we go.
He has an argument for being the clutchest player now. I don't think he's the clutchest player in the league.
Between him and Dame, LeBron, guys like that.
I think KD is the clutchest player in the league. But again, that's a whole other conversation. You would agree with that. Yeah, I think KD is the clutchest player in the league, but KD, LeBron, those are the two. Then, Kyrie, he could have that third spot after. But what he's done in the playoffs, his efficiency, which is crazy. Last year, he shot 50, 40, 90. His ability.
Yeah, that's monstrous.
I don't like him as a player personally, but, what he's done as a player, his skill set, it is crazy.
It's true.
This is the issue with a lot of these lists is that they didn't want to cut off people. That's why which they're going to have to do eventually. So, they're going to have to get over that. So. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that we've pretty much finished this topic up, we're going to move on to some other things. So, big one to start off. Ben Simmons.
Yep.
Doc Rivers kicked him out of practice.
I saw that.
So we talked about that last week. Doc Rivers kicked him out of practice. Just a quick reminder, do over. Ben Simmons clearly does not care about basketball right now. This is this man's job. It's his job. So if you walk into work and be like, nah, I'm not gonna do this today. If your boss is like, yo, bro, file this, and then you're like, no, you're gonna get fired. Mm-hmm. So realistically, the 76ers need to trade this guy away. He's toxic for their team. And Joel Embiid said on opening night that regardless, he's still our brother. I like how he said that, but that was so scripted. None of that was from the heart because you hear him talking to the media. It's like, oh, we're not a babysitting team. He hates this guy right now. Everyone on the 76ers despises this guy. He's hated by the fans.
Yeah, I would too. So
what the hell is he doing? He's being stupid. All because he's in a crappy mood because, hey, man, can you develop somewhat of a jump shot and get more confident? It's your 4th year and you have not improved since a rookie year.
I agree, man. Look, I think if I'm the Sixers, I'm going to be honest. I just want him to play, increase his value up. Yeah. Then you could trade him because, this situation is not making his trade value is plummeted right now from where it was 2 years ago. Because you have to think about it. We were talking about Ben Simmons for Dame trades, Ben Simmons for Harden trades, and this was just a year ago.
Yeah,
not even a year ago. This was 5 months ago.
A couple months ago. Now it's Ben Simmons for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jamal Murray trades.
And CJ McCollum, right? Malcolm Brogdon.
He's ruined himself. Yeah, nobody wants that dickhead on their team.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. From the Sixers, just let him play well. I would honestly try and feature him as much as possible, get his trade value up, and then get some shooting around Embiid. And I think if they get that, if they get like a Brogdon, if they could get like a CJ McCollum and a Covington, I think the Sixers could be a threat in the playoffs. So they just need to get rid of him, move on, let Ben Simmons go on to another journey where he could fit better, and he also probably play better as well. But yeah, they need to get rid of that. This is not going to work. This is not going to work.
Just the funny thing is, he thinks he's like a Kyrie type player because, because he feels like he can do whatever he wants because he has such high value. Here's the difference, though. Regardless of how Kyrie acts, people will want and desire this guy on their team. Everyone wants this guy on their team. Also, he will come back and he will show up every damn game he plays. Every game. And he's shown improvement over the years. He's not top 75, but still, that doesn't mean there's not good things to say about this guy. So what? Yes, he's toxic. He's not good for the locker room. He's not good for the chemistry. So what? Regardless, when he plays after his little episodes, he shows that he can still do this. Ben Simmons decides to have a horrible year in the playoffs. Horrible playoff year. Like, god-awful. Getting beaten by the Hawks? By the Hawks? The Hawks already shouldn't have beaten the Knicks, in my opinion. It was an amazing series. It was an amazing series. The Hawks should not have made it out the first round, and yet you let them get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, they blew. What was it? Two 20-point leads. Yeah, like
you're scared to take open layups as a power forward. You're not a point guard. You're a point forward. You're a power forward. You're massive. You're 6'10" and you're strong. You're one of the strongest guys in the league, no doubt. And you're scared to take an open layup. I
don't know, man. He may need some like mental help, honestly, with the way he's looked like. But yeah, they gotta get him out of there, man. That's not it.
Something's gotta be up.
Yeah.
Because like this guy's talking about.
Yeah, he's
just this horrible. Like he's awful. He's playing awful. And you know what? They probably said it horribly. Like probably like we're mean to him. They're like, yo, improve your shot, improve your confidence, or we're gonna have to get rid of you. That's what they probably said, and that's what it is. It's a business. The NBA is a business. There's no loyalty in the NBA. So like,
sorry, hold up for a second. Damian Lillard, did you hear that? Damian Lillard.
True.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Sorry. Go ahead, though.
It's true though. There is no loyalty in the NBA. The players can be loyal all they want. The businessmen, it's a businessman. Do you want to know who owns this? Rich white dudes who have nothing else to do but spend money on random stuff. And the NBA is like their third largest investment. All they're invested in NHL teams and in NFL teams, in baseball teams, MLB. You think like all those majority NFL and MLB arguably make more than basketball. I hate to say it. I love basketball, but it's true. So that's like third on their list. You think they really care about a player's loyalty? They'll get rid of you if they want to.
Because I'm gonna use this as the best example because you're a Raptors fan, so you know about this, right? So we all know the DeMar situation, right? So
DeMar situation
was that like morally right? No,
it wasn't morally right. But
was it successful? Yes,
it was. We got a championship out of it.
No, unless you know of any Raptor fans that like that would rather have DeMar than not win a championship, which I don't know.
Is stupid because as a Raptors fan, as much as I hate to say it, I would lose DeMar a million times over if we could get that championship.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. So
it's a smart thing.
Loyalty. Is not a thing.
Bringing a championship to Canada, literally, that's the first time that's happened since like the Jays, bro.
Yeah.
Went back to back. Like, come on now. There's no loyalty in basketball. I got so sidetracked. I forget what we were even talking about before this.
We're almost like done the Simmons conversation. You want to talk about the Lakers?
Let's talk about the Lakers. They got a nice win yesterday because sadly I watched the game. It was a very entertaining game. John Morant's playing amazing, by the way, but he missed that big free throw at the end. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was. I was watching the game. That was I don't know, man. That's tough. That's just nerves right there.
It's tough, but Russell Westbrook is playing horribly.
Yeah, I mean, they're able to win yesterday. Like he had his best game at the scoring used to go up. Like he's averaging like 12 points per game. That's not it.
You're Russell Westbrook. You're a top 75 player of all time, top 20 player in the league.
Yeah. No, not only top 75, he's like top 50 all time. But
like do something about it. What
yeah, like
does he forget that he's averaged a triple double for like what 3 seasons?
Mm-hmm. The good positives from the game, obviously, they won yesterday.
Yeah.
They had bench scoring from Melo, who went off yesterday.
Became the ninth highest scorer of all time, by the way.
Yeah, respect him, Melo, one of the best scorers who've ever done it. Not only that, you saw a lot of LeBron off the ball yesterday, which is good to see.
Yeah, none of that stupid body language or just stupid stuff.
Yeah, so which means that, and Westbrook, I mean, he was kind of all over the place, but he had 12 assists, and
good game from him.
Yeah. So I think, if Westbrook have the ball, they've done other good things. Like, they're not playing Rondo and Westbrook anymore after the first game. That was dumb. DeAndre Jordan shouldn't be starting, but.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, where's Howard?
Not even Howard. It's like, if you're gonna have Westbrook on the court, you shouldn't have AD should play the 5, but we all know AD doesn't. Yes, yes, AD should play the 5, but AD's soft and gets hurt a lot, so he doesn't want to play in the regular season. But if they want to maximize their team potential, he's gonna have to play 5.
Yeah, and that's what they do in the playoffs, though. And it works.
What was your thoughts about the AD and Dwight scuffle?
Oh my!
Nothing.
Goodness. It's so petty.
Is that a nothing burger? Do you think that means nothing, or?
I honestly don't even know what it was started over. Do you know what it was started over?
I think like AD was trying to call Dwight for doing something defensively that he didn't like to do. Dwight ignored him, so they got back on the bench, and Westbrook. Not Westbrook. Dwight. AD was just big mad. Yeah, they just got into a altercation.
So they were definitely pissed.
Yeah, I mean,
something happened in the offseason for sure. Maybe it's because they had a bad playoff run. But
not just that. I mean, they were losing by 30 in the game. So for me, I mean, is that a good look? No, but to me, that's a nothing burger. I mean, new team.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, they lost by 30. They're a team with high expectations. They know what they represent as players. AD, LeBron, Westbrook, Dwight, Rondo, Melo. Yeah, they know what they represent. So I think it's just the pressure. They didn't play good that game, so tempers going to feel. That's nothing. But people act like this is going to end the Lakers. No, it's not.
It's nothing crazy, man. All teams have their arguments. If the Nets can still thrive with Kyrie on that team, then the Lakers can be fine.
Now, speaking of the Nets, man, the Nets have been another team that's been struggling to start the game. I mean, I'm not concerned personally, but
I'm not concerned either. They're going to be the first seed, second seed.
Now, the real conundrum is that James Harden has not had a good start to the season.
Like, not good at all. Speak fantasy terms, he's getting 24 a game. That's horrible.
I mean, I have to wonder, man, because because if you've looked at, I'm looking at it right now, James Harden has only shot 3 free throws a game.
Yeah. And the reporters were asking him, hey, do you feel like you're the headline guy of this? Yeah, he is. All of his free throws. He was up to 10 free throws a game for a stretch.
And not just that, if you've seen the team averages, I think teams right now are only averaging 19 free throws per game.
This guy's getting more turnovers a game than he's getting free throw attempts.
So I think James Harden will adjust the rule? Yes, obviously. He's one of the best scorers of all time.
If Trae Young can do it, he could do it because Trae Young's thriving right now.
Now, this is going to affect a lot of teams' basketball, but this is what the fans wanted. So I see a lot of people complaining about the foul calls. Anybody who's doing that, who's complaining before, shut up. Don't talk. Because the same people, Trae Young, he's not playing basketball properly. He's doing this. They're the same people that are not complaining about how it's not fair.
Yeah.
That come on, shut up. Please.
I actually should apologize for that because I was one of those guys who was bro, Trae Young, this is not basketball. You're being a little bitch. So I was one of those guys. So I'm going to say sorry because this guy's dropping 40 pieces already. So again,
I have no problem with you complaining, but you can't complain now that they're not calling it. This is what you wanted. This is what it's going to create. Now I agree with the rule, but yeah, Harden, he's going to have to adjust. Their bench, Yeah, unless your name has been KD, you have not been good at all. So they have to play better. I mean, should I take anything out of the first 3 games of the season? No. The Grizzlies and Bulls are the best 2 teams in the league right now.
Yeah,
do you think that I don't see that holding up? That's if that does hold up, hey.
Speaking of the Bulls, though, Lonzo Ball is popping off. Okay, and I'd just like to bring this something to a point. Let me move my mic. I've been saying he's gonna do this since the 2nd episode of the podcast. The 2nd episode. I have it written here. Lonzo's popping off. I've been saying he'll do this since the 2nd episode of the channel.
Yep.
What did I say? What did I say, bro?
Yep, you said that. Lonzo.
Give me credit where credit is due.
I'll give you credit. It's only 3 games in, but Lonzo.
Only 3 games in, but
he's
surrounded with the proper shooters.
Best basketball of his career, for sure. And
it's the puppy hair, I'm telling you. He brought back the
another guy I want to give a shout to, 2 people on the Bulls. I want to give a shout to Zach Levine, who Zach Levine is showing that he could put up numbers on a winning team, which I thought he could do. I mean, that was dumb to accuse otherwise. And DeMar DeRozan, no, he was a player that I was down on in the beginning of the year. I mean, if he continues to prove me wrong, then hey, I'll have to say. But DeMar, he's been good. He's averaging 21 points per game right now. He's shooting efficiently.
You finally gave him credit.
I mean, look, if he plays well, he plays well. They have one of the best offenses in the league.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have to see what happens once they go against better teams in the league. If their defense could hold up, but
DeMar DeRozan, Zach Levine, and Lonzo Ball are all going to be all-stars this year.
Okay, all right.
I'm lying.
Levine, I agree. Levine could.
If DeRozan becomes an all-star, yeah, for real. If DeRozan or Lonzo become an all-star, I will be the happiest man alive.
Yeah, I think
I'll be happier than when Liverpool beat Man U 5-0. Most all hat trick, but that's not basketball, so we don't matter.
Man, shout out to the Man U fans, man, crying in the corners. But
I'm gonna list them off: Gabe Alvarez and Delray Jongu.
Damn.
How does it feel? How does it feel? Get called out. Get called out. I hope they watch this too.
Man, this guy said, "Damn, come on, Dave, you gotta do him like that."
I'm gonna do him like that. You dare represent Man United? You dare represent Man United? Come on now. Where were they a couple years ago? They were quiet. You want to know why? Because Ronaldo wasn't on the team. Ronaldo gets on the team. Oh, we're the best team in the league. We're the best team. We're winning the Champions League. We're winning the Premier League. We're winning everything. Get slapped by Liverpool 5-0. Mo Salah running down the wing, bro. I'm telling you. I remember saying this. I
remember saying this before the Premier League started, but I was telling people, and smart minds that I know have already said Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man City are all better than Manchester United.
They are. Ebby, I will admit it. Man City's better than everyone right now, but it's okay because as long as Man U don't win, I'm okay.
Look, Man City's only good in the Premier League. Champions League, they're choke artists.
Oh, of course they are.
Choke artists. Oh my God. I have no respect for a team that has so much talent.
I'm name dropping today.
Yeah, this guy. I have no respect for a team that has so much talent. Like Manchester City is essentially Golden State with KD with an elite bench. That's what they are. And
that's actually facts.
Yes, yes, that's what they actually are. Like their bench can win the Premier League, but they can't beat Chelsea though. Screw them. Like screw them. Honestly, I'm not a fan of them, but like they're so nauseating. Like there's so much talent. Like I get if you're trash.
You said nauseating.
Like I get if you're trash and you don't do good because that's expected. But when you're good and you don't perform, that's even worse because you have no excuses. You don't have money issues. You don't have talent issues. I mean, you have one of the best players in the world, for example. Yeah, you guys are trash. That's a side note. Can't stand all the talent in the world, but they care about their Premier League so much. Like that's easy for you guys.
I'm just saying, Leicester City has won the Premier League before. Leicester City.
It don't matter. But
it don't matter. Back to the release. Okay. LeBron said something. My goodness. Shaq said something. This is back to the Ben Simmons thing. On the big podcast, Shaq said that Lonzo Ball is living proof that Ben Simmons is just lazy.
I agree.
Think about that.
Because look,
Shaq found that somewhere. I forget the resource. I'm sorry about that. I'll try and put it in the description. But my goodness, it's facts.
You know what's crazy though? Like the difference of like natural talent between Ben Simmons and Lonzo Ball isn't close in terms of look. Obviously, Ben Simmons' favorite.
Of course.
Some of the stuff that Ben Simmons could do still can't be replicated. So the fact that
they're both athletic, they could both average a triple double.
Yeah, the fact that we could see Lonzo and his ability, right? I mean, Lonzo has nowhere the talent or the athleticism or some of like the defensive versatility that Simmons has.
Of course.
And we're seeing him max out his potential. This is the reason why people get mad at Ben Simmons, because they see a guy who's extremely talented, a guy who, if he was really interested, he could be like a top 20, 15 player in the league right now if he cared.
If he cared.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't.
If he doesn't care.
And Kyrie doesn't care, yet he's still top 15.
Yeah,
that's the difference between these two guys. You're not Ben Simmons, if you happen to see this, because I know we get views worldwide, not the flex or anything.
Yeah,
we got people in Asia and whatnot. If you happen to see this is Kyrie.
Here's the thing, Kyrie tries on the court. Like now, Kyrie. Look, is Kyrie going to show up to every game? No. Is Kyrie going to say something stupid? Yes. Is Kyrie just going to be in his own world? Yes. But Kyrie on the court, he's focused. Now, Ben Simmons, on the other hand, Ben Simmons is not focused. Like, because again, we saw a focused Ben Simmons. We saw rookie Ben Simmons. Like, Ben Simmons had one of the best rookie seasons that we've seen in a while. And people may not like that.
Not a rookie.
I don't care what people say.
We can argue about this later. We can argue about
this
now. Not a rookie. This is all I'm going to say. Mitchell or Jason Tatum.
This is all I'm going to say. It was his first year of playing. If you get hurt and you miss your entire rookie season, look, for the most of NBA history, it's been the way, it's the first year you actually play, not when you get drafted. But, if you want to change the rule, you could do that. But Simmons missed his rookie year, not because he didn't want to play, but because he was injured. But, his rookie season was great. And he actually, I think he won a playoff series without Embiid in his rookie year against the Heat. So the fact that we've seen you at your first year look at that type of level of player, that even without Embiid, like Simmons was averaging like 22, 23, 8 and 8 in his rookie year without Embiid for like a stretch. And we see that guy who looked like, damn, he could be the best player in the world. It's now a guy that we're talking about. He can trade for Malcolm Brogdon. I like Malcolm. Look, Malcolm Brogdon's one of the most underrated players in the league. It's the reason why I name drop him so much. But come on now. Come on. Like Ben Simmons and Malcolm Brogdon. Now, the fact that's a one-on-one deal is sad to Ben Simmons is like a worth ethic. Just him not caring at all. And man, you want to talk about your boy John Morant, man? Because he's been lighting it up.
I was waiting for that. I have two more things to say before we have to end. Okay, one, John Morant's been lighting it up. It up. He's an all-star this year, man. I'm telling you, he's an all-star this year. Zion's injured right now. He's an all-star.
I mean, he's better than Zion anyways, but that's a whole other conversation for a whole other day.
Oh my goodness, I needed to hear that. I'm tired of these casuals, man. Like, Zion is better, Zion's better. Zion can dunk. He can dunk and rebound the ball. Good for him. He has natural talent. Amazing. He works hard. He's fat, bro. He's fat. He got fat. An anonymous source, it's probably going to be like a janitor or something, said that Zion has always been fat and he gets more fat. Come on. He's fat.
Yeah.
John Morant is consistently getting better. More assists, more points. He's popping off. He's going to carry the Grizzlies to another playoff run. Maybe even get past the first round.
And took his team to the playoffs, yes. The one thing I'm liking to see from Ja, because I think I said it on this podcast before, right? I like Ja's game. I like his IQ. I like his leadership. He's a guy who's not afraid at the moment. He did miss the free throw yesterday, but still a guy who's been pretty good in the clutch. My thing with him is, can you be an elite scorer? That was my one reservation about Ja, right? Is that he could make the ball. He's efficient, but damn, can you score? Now, I don't think he's going to average 35 for the rest of the year. But the fact that he's shooting over 40% from the 3-point line and that he's being so aggressive is because if he could be aggressive in the next 2 to 3 years, this Grizzlies team with the young core they have, that could be a contender.
He's a monster.
If he could continue that, yeah, because I mean his ceiling is like a mix of Russell Westbrook and like John Wall.
I like that. That's true because he's fast. He's athletic. He can pass. He can defend. Okay, like.
Yeah. Now I think he could be better than a prime John Wall, and I like John Wall. This comes from a John Wall fan.
Like
now,
one of the biggest John Wall fans.
Yeah. Now, being better than a prime Westbrook, we're gonna have to see. I think it's possible though if he could keep the shooting up and become an elite scorer.
If he could do that, bro.
And be efficient.
Be excited, bro.
Yeah, he's showing signs of him. I don't know, man. I'll say this: depending on how the year goes, the Trae Young and John Morant may be a conversation. Depending on how the year goes, that's all I'm gonna say. Right now, look, I like John. I like John more than Trae, but like Trae, we saw him in the playoffs. We saw what that man could do when he put a team around him. But again, if he shows up this year, if John Morant shows up this year. Let's say they can even get past the first round. Man, we're gonna have to start having conversations about John Morant being a top 20 player if he could get past the first round. So,
yep,
be crazy.
Start the convos now, people. Start the convos now. And finally, before we end, there's 2 rookies that have been popping off, and a few guys that have been massive steals. This is, first of all, I'd like to say this is an amazing draft class.
Yes.
Like what's the guy's name on the Thunder? Goody, whatever. Mm-hmm. He's going crazy. Great guy.
And we haven't seen Cade Cunningham play yet. That's what the scary part is.
Play. And then another sleeper pick, 2 sleeper picks. One, what's the name? No, Kings. Davion Mitchell. Mitchell, whatever.
Yeah, he was a sleeper pick. He doesn't fit on the team because they have like 4 guards already.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been really good.
Great defender.
Yeah.
Okay. And next up for my sleeper pick is Delano Benton. His first NBA point was from half. First NBA shot, first NBA bucket, half court, buzzer beater. He's like that. He's that guy. Whenever he gets on the court, the Toronto Mans cheer him up. Okay? He can't help but smile whenever he plays at home. He is the guy, future top 3 player of all time. But then,
well,
you go ahead.
The real Raptors rookie is
Scotty Barnes.
Oh, I was
gonna point out the 2 biggest rookies that I've seen so far is one Jaylen Green and one Scotty Barnes. Jaylen Green, who's been popping off, but let's talk about Scotty Barnes.
So I remember I was watching the Mavericks game. Yes, I was watching the Maverick game on Saturday, and his defense on Luka Doncic is some of the best defense on Luka Doncic I've ever seen.
He's an
Luka's obviously Luka, so they ended up winning the game, and Luka did Luka things because he's Luka Doncic. But the fact that he's averaging 18 and 10 right now, if he could get that 3-point shooting up, woo, because he's a good playmaker.
He's that guy. His
defense is crazy. His athleticism, his IQ. I mean, he plays the right way. He does a lot of the great things. Again, if he could get his shooting and scoring up to the next level as a player, yeah, man, that's all I'm going to say.
Come on, man. Look at him.
That's all I'm going to say.
He's really like that. You guys are blaming the Raptors. Listen, regardless of whatever goes down, the Raptors could have gotten more for Kyle Lowry if they traded down and gotten maybe the 7th pick, because that's when they would have gotten Scotty Barnes. However, right now, he's looking like the 4th pick, and he's looking like he deserved to be 4th. He's happy to be here. He's happy with the chemistry. Yeah. He's happy with everything that's going on. We're happy that he's here. Trust me, this guy's gonna be a monster. He's looking like he's a problem. He's been
arguably the best rookie to start the year off.
Yes.
I would say he is the best rookie to start the year off.
So would I.
Now.
So would I.
Yep. There's a lot to see what could happen in the future, but as of right now, he has been the best. Jaylen Green is another. Oh, Jaylen Green went off for 30 yesterday.
But yeah, as of right now, Scotty is the best right now. Who we've seen. Like we keep telling you guys this, man. The Raptors development and player development thing is just insane. But the second best right now, Jaylen Green, like we just said, dropped a 30-piece yesterday.
Yep. Oh, he's NBA ready, because you have to remember he played in the G League instead of going to college.
Smart. So just like Zaire Wade I almost said Zaire Wade, but almost like just like Zaire Wade did.
Yeah.
So
because I would have picked him to be Rookie of the Year. The only thing that's stopping him is that the amount of scores on his team, especially with Kevin Porter Jr. and Christian Wood. Yeah, I don't think that how good that team could be. I don't know, depends. But yeah, look, he's gonna go down as a great scorer because and he's been efficient. So
he's a natural.
He's a natural scorer. He's shooting good from three. His athleticism's crazy.
And his 3-point shooting was doubtable when he first came in the league.
I mean, I want to see some extra playmaking. Now, again, for him, playmaking, that's what I want to see, and defense. For Scotty Barnes, I want to see that shooting go up, his offensive ability go up. But yeah, those two guys, they have been amazing so far. So
yeah,
if they could get that same production, the Rookie of the Year conversation will be very interesting. And Cade should be coming back sometime this week. So
yeah, so I think those guys are going to be the big three. I don't think Jalen Suggs is going to be in it.
Even Evan Mobley has had a good start.
Evan Mobley's had an amazing start to the season.
Yes.
Yeah, no, doing good work for the Cavs. But that's going to do it all for today, everybody. Okay. Thank you guys once again for the 88 subs. Okay. We only need 12 more subscribers till we get to 100. Spread the word, the good
Let's
news
go 12.
of the Release podcast, bro. Come on. 100 subs? 88's a large amount of people, but our goal is 100 subs. Thank you guys so much. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn on the post notifications, do all that stuff. That way we can get to our goal of 100 subs and, start to get noticed. Like we already have bigger podcasts hitting us up, which is awesome, supporting us. So let's keep that up, guys. All right. Have a great day, evening, night, wherever you guys stay at. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.